Quick, moody montage of the late patriarch, Arthur Vance, followed by sweeping shots of Vance Holdings, a prestigious, multi-million-dollar manufacturing or design firm, B-roll of elegant offices, old photographs. Elara, protagonist, kind, meticulous, sits across the table from her older brother, Julian, antagonist, smug, entitled, and her younger brother, Marcus, neutral, passive. The lawyer, Mr. Sterling, confirms Arthur's will splits the entire estate, including the $50 million business, equally. Elara gets 33.3%, Julian gets 33.3%, and Marcus gets 33.3%. Elara hides her disappointment. She's the only sibling who actively worked in the business for 10 years and genuinely cared about its legacy. Julian, who barely showed up, has a faint, unsettling smirk. A week later, Elara is cleaning out her father's private study. The room is immaculate, a testament to her father's obsessive order, except for one anomaly. The antique, heavy-duty shredder is slightly ajar, and there is a distinct, almost invisible scorched paper aroma lingering in the air despite Julian having insisted on having the room professionally cleaned the day after the death. She notices a small, discolored patch on the mahogany desk surface and, more critically, a tiny, metallic fleck, a shard from a unique paperclip her father used for legal drafts, wedged deep in the rug fibers near the desk. Elara remembers her father, just 2 months prior, telling her, "You are the future of this company, Elara. I've made sure the legacy stays with the one who deserves it." She realizes the equal split contradicts his recent words and actions. Elara asks Julian, casually, if their father had done any last-minute paperwork. Julian is overly aggressive in his denial. And no. Sterling said the final version was done. Don't go looking for scraps, Elara. We split it, equal, fair, final. Elara secretly hires Dr. Anya Sharma, a renowned forensic document examiner. Elara doesn't tell Anya what Julian did, just that a document might have been destroyed in the study recently. Dr. Sharma uses UV light and chemical reagents on the shredder and the desk. She finds a faint, localized residue on the shredder blades and a residual ink trace on the wooden floor near the machine, too small for the naked eye. Anya confirms a small, tightly folded paper object was subject to extreme stress and heat very recently. The trace ink is analyzed against samples from Arthur's known writing implements. It matches the pen Arthur used exclusively for signing legal documents. Elara recalls the paperclip fleck. Dr. Sharma uses specialized micro-vacuuming tools to collect fiber samples from the area near the desk and inside the shredder bag Julian had conveniently forgotten to fully dispose of. Analysis shows the fibers are a unique, expensive blend, the exact paper stock used only by Mr. Sterling's law firm for official documents. Dr. Sharma can reconstruct that the destroyed document was roughly the size and shape of a codicil, a single-page amendment. Dr. Sharma delivers the devastating news. The evidence suggests a legal document, matching the stock and ink used by your father's attorney, was intentionally shredded and possibly briefly subjected to a heat source, an attempt to chemically break down the ink, before disposal. The destruction was deliberate and recent. It was a codicil, and it stated that Vance Holdings should be inherited solely by Elara Vance. This detail is inferred from the pattern of ink loss and Elara's prior knowledge of her father's wishes. Elara doesn't just seek her share, she sues Julian for tortious interference with an expectancy of inheritance, a malicious act that directly prevented her from receiving her father's intended gift. The Vance versus Vance civil case explodes. The media loves the narrative. Kind, working daughter versus lazy, greedy son. Visuals, mock newspaper headlines, quick cuts of reporters outside the courthouse. Julian hires expensive, aggressive defense lawyers. Julian takes the stand, smooth and practiced, lying about his access to the study and denying the codicil's existence. He claims Elara is paranoid and grasping for more money. Dr. Sharma delivers her technical, damning testimony, using large projected graphics for the jury to judge. She shows the unique paper fiber blend that only Sterling's law firm uses. She uses enhanced, magnified imagery to show a few remaining molecules of the unique legal ink, specifically concentrated in a line consistent with a partial signature or crucial legal language. She explains that the combination of shredding and the chemical thermal breakdown residue proves intent to not only destroy the document but to completely erase its very existence. She proves Julian's malicious act beyond a reasonable doubt in a civil setting. The judge finds Julian liable for tortious interference. Because the specific terms of the codicil, Elara inheriting the business, cannot be fulfilled, the document being irrevocably destroyed, the court decrees the only fair remedy is to treat Julian's share of the business as ill-gotten gains. The court rules that, to ensure Elara receives justice and the maximum liquid value of her intended inheritance, Vance holdings must be immediately sold at market value to a third party. Julian is prohibited from purchasing any part of it. Julian is shown pale, his lawyer stunned. Elara closes her eyes, not in joy, but in final, quiet relief. Vance Holdings is sold for a massive sum. Julian, having lost the case and facing crippling legal fees, walks away with a fraction of his equal third, his reputation ruined. Elara walks away with a significantly larger share of the cash proceeds, her rightful inheritance, plus damages and fees paid by Julian. She didn't get the old company, but she got justice, integrity, and the capital to build her own legacy. Elara is shown in a bright, modern new office, launching Vance Innovations, a company built on the principles of ethics and quality that Julian discarded. The camera pans out as she signs a new legal document with a clean, confident flourish. If you were on the edge of your seat watching Elara use a shred of forensic evidence to expose Julian's malicious betrayal and force the sale of a multi-million-dollar empire, then you know this channel is the place for high-stakes drama. We love digging into these complex stories of greed, revenge, and ultimate vindication, and we've got an entire vault of betrayal tales and legal battles ready for you. Don't miss a single deep dive into